Hey guys, it's Colonel Coffee here and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, and in this one we're going to be talking about the raid boss fight. So we're going to be defeating Emperor Callus. So I'm going to give you just an example of what is going on in this room, and I'm going to go over the strat that we use to defeat this boss, just like every other part of the raid. So when you first come in the room, you're going to see Emperor Callus sitting up on his throne. If you shoot the chalice out of his hand, this will begin this fight. Now the first thing you want to do is get two teams of three. So there's going to be three teams that are staying inside the throne room and two teams that are going to be staying outside in the other dimension. Now once you've killed all of the adds, it will start this process and all six of you will be teleported to the other dimension. Now the first thing you're going to see is this purple barrier and three orbs in front of you. Of course there's going to be Callus's face down there. So the three people that you want to stay behind in the outer dimension, they want to stand at that barrier and just wait. The three people that you've designated to come back into the throne room have to choose one of those three orbs to jump into. It's important that they get an orb each, because if they both try and jump into the same orb, one of them will be left behind. So once all the three people for the throne room have jumped into their orb, they're going to come back into this room and they're going to have a wave of continuous adds. You're also going to see 4 scions appear above each of the symbols. So the symbols on the right are always going to be the wolf and the sun. The two symbols on the left are going to be the swords and the chalice. So you want to have one person on the right side, one on the left, and one in the middle killing adds. Now what's going to happen is the people on the outside are going to call out 3 symbols corresponding to the ones on the inside. The one symbol that they do not call out, the people on the inside have to punch that scion that is on the same symbol that they didn't call out. So if they call out chalice, sun and wolf, the people on the inside have to punch the one with the swords. Now you're going to have about a 10-second window to do this, so you have to make sure that you stay alive, make sure that you're situated close enough to punch the scion, and we can continue this for 4 waves before we begin the DPS phase. Now all the while we're inside doing this, on the outside the 3 people that stayed behind at that barrier, they're going to have a little bit more difficult of a task. Now as soon as we get teleported inside is when they're going to see the symbol on Callus's face. Now this is the giant Callus that we're talking about that you've seen in the outer dimension. All 3 people are going to see a different symbol, so it's important that they call that out one at a time, because if they talk over each other it's going to be hard for the people on the inside to hear them. So once they've called out the 3 symbols, they're going to get sucked forward. Now while they're getting sucked forward, it's important that people on the inside punch the corresponding scion as quick as possible. When they do this, the 3 people on the outer dimension are going to get another barrier, so they're going to stop at 4 intervals basically, depending on how fast the people on the inside punch the scions. And the people on the outside, they have to kill 2 scions of their own. 2 scions will appear each time or each phase of this, so all 4 rotations are going to have to kill 2 scions, but then they're going to have to kill other scions as they're getting sucked forward. Now after the 4th rotation, the people on the outside are going to be right in front of the giant Callus's face, and he's going to be spitting out these skulls. Now the people on the outside then have to kill as many skulls as possible. The more skulls you kill, the higher your DPS will be for the DPS phase of the boss. Now like I said, the people on the inside, once you have hit all of the scions in the correct order, you're going to have a DPS phase. So the DPS phase that we do is we do bottom right, bottom left, top right. So for more clarification, we start on wolf, then we go to swords, then we go to chalice, and then we finish on sun. The reason we do this is because the people on the outside, when they get teleported back in, they get teleported to the back of the room, so it's important that we get onto the nearest platform. Now the people on the inside, as you can see, during the 4th rotation, the boss is going to light up and you have to start damaging him. While you're damaging him, what you're doing is taking down his shield. Now at this point it's important that you've killed all the adds quick and that you have a full shield, because the slower that you take down his shield, the more skulls the people on the outside can kill. Now as you can see, when we step on one of these platforms we get a force of will multiplier. Now the longer the people on the outside are killing skills for, which means the slower we take down his shield on the inside, the more skulls they will get, the more force of will we will get. The higher that number, the higher DPS we will do. Now, as you can see in the rotation that we've done, when we get to the 3rd platform, this is where we tend to tether and use the warlock damage pool and stuff like that. Save your grenades for this one as well, and just keep damaging him. After a third of damage has been dealt to his health, he will turn into a robot and change his move. Now you're going to get approximately 2 rotations of reloading your weapon before he performs his killing move. Now you know that he's going to perform his killing move when he raises his arm, Now as soon as he raises his arm, you want to move to the next platform as fast as you can. Now once half of his health has been dealt, he's going to change his move once again, which is just going to basically wipe your team and leave these damage pools. So you just have to be careful that you move just in time before he kills you all. Now once you've done this enough times to take his health down to 0, he's going to do what Oryx did, and he's just going to put his shield all the way to the end. Now you don't have to stand on platforms for this point, you just have to do continuous damage for a few seconds, and then you will defeat him fairly straightforward. Now once you have defeated him, you will get a little bit of talking from him. He's going to basically say some stuff, and he's going to say you're going to have his rewards and stuff that he's left down the bottom here. So if you turn around from facing him, you're going to see an elevator in the middle of the room that will take you down to this room. Now this is just a giant room that has hundreds and hundreds more of robot Calluses, which is a little bit scary when you first come in here, considering how hard it was to kill one of them. Now at the end of the walkway, you're going to see a chest that is going to give you your main rewards. Now you're also going to get something called the Callus invitation, which is the continuation of your Legend of Acreus quest, and it's also the opening to a new vendor. Now this vendor is situated in the bazaar, as you can see there. He will show up on your map. Now when you get to the tower, if you follow the route that I take, you will find him. He's basically underneath where Hawthorne is situated. You make your way down these stairs. Around the corner, you're going to see a little alleyway with some more stairs. Go down there, and you will find this new vendor called Benedict. Now this guy is basically your raid rep vendor. So every time you do a raid, each boss is going to give you some tokens. When you've built up enough tokens, you can trade them to this guy to rank up your raid rep, and he will basically give you a legendary engram that will have certain weapons or armor that can be to do with the raid. So you can get your raid weapons and stuff from this guy every time you rank him up. Now guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I explained things as best as I could, but if I've missed anything out, or if you need any help at all, leave a comment down below. Even message me at callcoffee on Xbox, and I will get straight back to you. Give me a shout as well, because we will be doing some guided games, and we will help people through the raid at some point. So just let me know down below, and I'll get back to you. Other than that, please leave a like on the video, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.